Hi, how you going? My name is Josh. This will be my video application for Team Polt. I am a 22-year-old Terran player currently living in Melbourne, Australia. I've been playing StarCraft now since Brood War, back when I was 14. I had a bit of a run-in with some of the professional players back then when I was playing for Australia. I went by the handle Nova_100, and then shortly after my once-off occasion playing Slayer's Box, I've become basically in love with the guy. He was my inspiration for playing the Terran race. I renamed my handle at that point to Slayer X_Nova, and I think it was about 13 at the time. Since then, with the release of StarCraft 2, it's been quite an interesting journey. It came around the time that I first broke my wrist, which is very unfortunate for me. Made things quite difficult trying to play the game, and 3.5 years later now, it's healed up quite nicely, and I've kind of given myself a bit of a go, a bit of a nudge. Had this really big fantasy about playing professional gaming for quite some time. Now that I'm getting a little bit older, my ideal of where to go with it all is to kind of step out of that scene and learn as much as I can. I still enjoy the competition, don't get me wrong. I'm still in a setup where I could probably go professional for about 2 or 3 years. And this is kind of like that bridging point where I really want to figure out what's going to happen with my career as as an esports personality and a StarCraft 2 player as a main. Whether or not I want to take this more seriously, whether I have the potential, and I want to see whether or not Polt can unlock that. I currently study information technology at university, as well as some business ethics and things like that. I run an esports organisation known as the Ninth Legion. It's kind of like the jersey I'm wearing right now. I want to touch on a few of my most favourite StarCraft 2 points, and they've all basically been Terran orientated, so it's a bit biased here. One of them is going to be between MVP versus top. This was in GSL. What season it was, I cannot remember. All I remember it was one of the 6 TVTs I'd seen at that time. There's probably been a few more that have kind of bumped past that, but what makes it most memorable is the moment that MVP Doom dropped top's main base on Daybreak and basically let off like 4 or 5 nukes. I had this obsession around trying to use nuclear warheads in the game for quite some time because the professional players don't do it. So I suppose my second next preference to that will be the game between MMA versus Stefano, and MMA was just kind of nuking all Stefano's bases, and it was just miraculous. Why should Polt pick me on his team? I live in Australia. Everyone I have to verse is basically a Zerg player. I play Terran. I'm handsome. And I'm Australian. There's probably no other reason why you wouldn't want to pick me. It's just me being sincere. I have a thirst for Zerg tears and blood, and I wanted to try and use your knowledge to conquest my region. That about wraps up for me, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope I hear a speedy reply.